Welcome to the channel, to my latest battle report. The Space Marine Codex is up for pre-order today, thanks to Games Workshop for sending it through to me, so we can film this battle report. It's Space Marines versus Death Guard. And welcome to the channel, Sultan Plays from Sultan Plays YouTube channel. Hi Sultan.
Hi.
You've got the book and everything.
It's the book.
It's the book.
Yes.
Out of all the Space Marine armies that you own, you decided to bring the Salamanders today.
The
Why?
green ones.
Yep, yeah, why?
Green.
Okay, let's go have a look at the armies. 1 minute, we need to take a look across the battle grid first. The battle mat is from urbanmats.com, and I put some very large line of sight blocking terrain down on the table. I like putting boxes and things under here so you can't see through it, because it's important to have a large line of sight blocking terrain in games of 40k. This is the home field objective here, and this is the other home field objective there, and then there's two outs in the wild. Bama from urbanmats.com. These command point tokens, no objective markers, you can get from marchofwar.co.uk, and we are playing, it was going to be a 1,000-point game, combat patrol game, 1,000 points, because you work, you've got a proper job.
It's a lame reason, but yeah.
And it's in the evening, and you've got to get up in the morning.
It's already 7, we're past my bedtime.
And then you brought along 1,100 points.
Yes.
Why?
I'll tell you why. Because it means I don't have to repack for March of Winters, which is an awesome event at Element Games this weekend. Which, if you're seeing this video, has already happened. But I'm bringing the same list.
Well, here's the shock horror.
Yeah.
If you're watching this video at time of release, it's on the same day that I'm currently, not right now, but on the time of release, we are at Element Games in Manchester.
Yeah, and if you're watching it whilst at March of Winters, your opponent is waiting for you to finish your turn.
Roll some dice, stop watching the video. And the March of Winters, the event I'm running, it's 1,100 points.
Yes.
A couple of people asked me, why 1,100 points?
Fun number.
I was waiting for you to say, why 1,100 points?
Fun number.
Because it's a fun number. Because sometimes 1,000 points isn't enough. Sometimes a little extra helps an awful lot. Just chuck that extra 100 points in there to give you a bit more sauce.
Spice.
A bit more spice. So that's what we're doing. That's why we're playing 1,100 today, because Nights and March of Winters, and well, I must shout out Element Games actually. I don't shout them out enough. In my video description below, if you want to think, there might be some people out there like, how else can we support Winters? One of the ways you can support me is there's a link in the video description below to Element Games. And if people buy stuff through that link, if they buy all their hobby goodness through that link, then I get a little bit of kickback, and it allows me to buy all these models and things.
Or you could go to my channel and do the same thing, you know.
Have you got a thing on your...
Yeah, I don't have the cool Win13 thing that you get that gives everyone double tokens.
There is a code.
Yeah.
There is a code down there, Win13. If you put that in, that gets you the double.
India November 1-3.
That's exactly what it is.
I don't have that, but you could use my link and Winters code, and we both win.
So if you're listening to this and you need some hobby supplies or some of the new Space Marine goodness, and you want to get it at like 15-20% off of GW prices, go to Element Games through my link. Click on that. What you could even do is bookmark it. So every time you go through the link and use the code.
Feed the beast.
Feed the beast. And shall we have a look at the armies now? Yes. This is bang on 1,100 points worth of Death Guard using the Played Company Detachment rule. So if I control an objective marker at the end of my command phase, I continue controlling that objective marker until the enemy take it off of me. And that contagion marker is considered to be in contagion range because of all of these models. They have contagions as well. It's 3 inches, then 6 inches, then 9 inches from any model from turn 3 onwards. And any enemy units that get in range of that contagion have -1 toughness. And then they've been updated. If you Google balanced data slate, you'll see the most updated rules for the Death Guard, and they get another thing if you get in range of contagions. One of them reduces the weapon skill and ballistic skill of an enemy, as well as their toughness. And one of them reduces their armor save, as well as their toughness. I'm going with the second one, because it just feels more narrative to me if you get within contagion range. So your toughness is going down. It's also beginning to eat through the armor, or turn metal plates to rust, turn ceramite seals into wax. Basically, it means the closer the Death Guard get to you, the more killy they become. And they're led by Polos, brother of Golos, Martyr of Volcanus. He's a Lord of Contagion that's going to be rocking around with 5 Terminators. And when you put a Lord of Contagion in with a unit of 5 Terminators, they reroll all hits in melee all the time. It's awesome. Not when you charge or get charged, just all of the time. And there's a Blight Launcher and Flail of Corruption in there. For my battle line units, I have 3 units of 5 Plague Marines. There's the Plague Champion has the heavy Plague weapon, which is like a Power Fist. There's also a Blight Launcher in there, a Plasma Gun in there, and then the 3 other little dudes running around. I didn't bother giving them any upgrades because I do quite like the lethal hits from the Plague Bolters. There's a lot of Plague weaponry in this army, which all has lethal hits, 6s to hit, auto wound. Combining that with their contagion stuff, reducing toughness and reducing armor saves, just the humble bolter weaponry with lethal hit, it can pour on the pain. I did bring a Rhino for one of the units to jump in as well, and I got a Hellbrute. The Hellbrute's party trick is, if it hits something, after it's hit that unit, whatever it's shooting at, they're also considered to be in contagion range, so their toughness will go down and their armor save will go down for all the other things that hit it. And I've given him the autocannon, not the las cannon or the plasma cannon. Give him the autocannon because it's got a couple of shots and it's twin linked, and I really want to hit stuff with him. And I know the hammer is unwieldy, so the hammer hits on 4s instead of 3s, but it looks so freaking cool. So autocannon hammer on the Hellbrute. Then 2 drones buzzing around with the Plague Spurters. I'll put Plague Spurters on them because I want to get close, and they can fall back, shoot and charge anyway. And 2 separate haulers zipping around all over the place for a bit of anti-tank. So personally, I think the better way to play Death Guard is to bring as many small units as you can to spread out as much as you can and spread contagions as much as you can. So 1,100 points. No enhancements, none of that shenanigans. We're just going to smell our way forward and smell across the enemy, stink out the enemy. It's going to be smelly. These aren't green.
No.
You painted up these first.
Yeah.
This is the new captain thing with the jumpy intercessors.
Yes.
For your Blood Angels.
Yeah.
Because you can use any chapter with that book.
Yes.
But you didn't bring Blood Angels.
No, because I play them as Blood Angels.
Why'd you bring the green ones?
Because there's a Salamanders detachment. The Salamanders detachment's cool. And also, the main reason is because I painted new models.
Oh, right, okay. Well, there's a detachment in the book called what? What one are you bringing?
It's a really good question, Winters. It's the Salamanders one.
Edit.
It's the Firestorm Assault Force.
They do like fire.
Yeah, and it's got a picture of a green man's at the top.
Okay. What does the Firestorm Assault Force do?
So the most important part that happens for everybody is they get assault on all their weapons.
All the weapons are assault all the time.
Yeah, so basically you're used to playing the Gladius detachment. I'm in the Devastator Doctrine.
So you can run and shoot all the time.
Yes.
Doesn't give you the charge afterwards, but basically assault weapons for free.
Yeah.
I like it. What else?
Within 12 inches, you get +1 strength to your ranged weapons, which is pretty cool. So flamers and melters at close range are going to be quite nice.
Nice. And Oath of Moment has changed just to re-roll all hits.
Yes.
Okay. Would you like to talk us through what you've got? I see some new things as well. There's a new thing here. What's this?
This is Company Heroes, which is the 4 models behind, and the new captain that comes in the same box.
Okay.
So these guys are pretty cool. Every guy has something slightly different, but essentially, if you don't have a captain, you can't run the unit.
What do you mean?
Basically, the rules do say you must attach a captain. If you don't, they're destroyed before the game begins, which is odd.
So if you bring that...
Oh, you just killed them! Yeah, essentially. It doesn't happen in the game, though. Like, if you pop the captain with a sniper, like, the guys don't just go, okay. Off I am.
What are the new things in it, then?
So the new things in it, we got another cool Ancient.
Yes.
He does the thing that all Ancients seem to do, which pluses 1 to OBSEC of the models in the unit.
Okay.
So these guys essentially become like battle line with their 2 OC each.
Yes.
Which is nice. And then this guy has a precision sword, which means he gets to stab things, and that's fun. I think there's something else he does, but we'll see if that comes up. We've got another variant of a heavy bolter. So I think this is number 5.
Because there's loads of different types of heavy bolters.
Yeah, there's Stern Guard, Twin Linked, Twin...
and this is another one.
Yeah.
What's so special about this one?
It's got 3 damage, basically.
Why?
I think it's Mastercrafted Heavy Bolter.
Right, okay.
Yeah, he got a nicer one than the Stern Guard did.
Right, okay.
And then we've got a Mastercrafted Bolt Rifle on this fellow over here.
Okay.
Who's got a robot arm.
And there's a captain running around with him.
Yes, he's got a... I'm treating this as a Mastercrafted Bolter, because they've changed the name from Bolt Rifle to Bolter.
Okay.
So, and I think even though it's a probably a heavy bolt pistol with a scope. It looks like the old school bolt gun.
Sure.
So I'm running him as a bolter guy. And he has a flamey sword.
Flamey sword. Do you put any enhancements on him or anything?
No, I didn't actually have the points for any enhancements.
Okay. What else we got?
We've got a lieutenant.
Yes.
The regular lieutenant, so this loadout is now illegal. Combi weapons and thunderhammers don't exist for lieutenants anymore, so he's got like a relic weapon and a pistol.
Okay.
And he's leading a Stern Guard squad over here. All my Stern Guard, of which there are 2 5-man squads, have combi weapons, because there used to be combi melters in 9th edition and combi flamers in 9th edition, so combi weapons for 10th edition.
So the squad of melters, squad of flamers, but they're all just combi weapons now.
Yeah, there's no difference there.
You brought a tactical squad.
Tactical squad, their new rule is that they can combat squad.
Okay.
So that's what they're doing. You used to be able, I feel it used to be able to bring a flamer and a heavy flamer. You
did.
You can still bring a melter and a heavy multi-melter.
Right.
But in this case, I've just gone melter gun and melter gun. Because I wanted to bring the flamer, but you can't.
You can bring 2 melters in the squad now.
Yeah,
though.
or 2 flamers or whatever.
And the new rule, sounds like the old rule, combat squad.
Combat squad.
2 units of 5. I like it.
Yes.
What else we got?
We've got Infernus Marines.
More flames.
Because Salamanders.
Yep.
And they do... I always forget the rule they have. When they flame something, you have to take a battle shock test.
Okay.
So I remember that maybe.
Yes.
And then we've got a big Redemptor who's along because I'm really pleased with how he looks.
Their base looks awesome.
Thank you. It's UV resin. And then there's a tank. Kratos.
Kratos.
So the only thing not in the book.
Where can people get the rules for the Kratos from?
The Legends of the Horus Heresy PDF from Games Workshop's site, which you go to warhammercommunity.com, it's on there. And then you can get the points for it, which is 245, from their Munitorum Field Manual for the Legends of Horus Heresy.
Yes, and the Legends of Horus Heresy allows you to bring in Horus Heresy units
Just not
into your 40k.
Yeah.
And on this one, you've given him the big melter gun of doom.
He's a Salamander, so yeah, he's got a big old melter cannon, which is a strength 12 melter, which is lovely. 2 las cannons, because that's what I put on there, and then 2 Volkite, because you don't see them very often. And then there's a multi-melter up here.
So he's got all the guns, all the stuff. 2-up save?
Yes, 2-up save, strength, toughness 11 or 12. He's pretty tough.
He's pretty tough. He's a big chonky tank in Horus Heresy as well. So lots of infantry to run around and score some stuff. A dreadnought to charge forward and punch some stuff. A big heavy tank to support in the backfield. The Blood Angels are not coming along to this party.
No, they're just watching.
Okay, so they're up in the orbit cheering on the vid screens.
Have fun.
Cheering on the guys in green. Let's go on to deployment. Dude, this is a really cool model, by the way.
Thank you.
Is this the normal base that he comes on with?
The rock bit is the waves and me.
So he's like, his jetpack is punching up the waves as he comes flying. What's your Instagram again?
Sultan plays 40k.
Sultan, do you play 40k?
Not on Instagram, but...
Okay, here we are after deployment. What are we doing? This is Stern Guard?
We got the lieutenant with the Stern Guard, yeah.
Yes.
Giving them nice lethal hits.
Right.
And then we've got the first half of the tactical squad with a melter.
Right.
Kratos, Redemptor.
So the plan is your Kratos hose down your home field objective.
For the time being, yeah.
I mean, it's going to be very hard to kill.
Yes.
And then you put a lot of stuff behind these rocks over here.
Yeah, company heroes with the captain leading a bunch of infantry. So we've got the Infernus squad, Stern Guard, and the other half of the tactical squad with another melter, looking to run and swarm this objective and hopefully gun down some very ill Space Marines.
All that objective over there. The fact that they're cowering behind a rock face leads me to believe that you're under the impression that my army has range, which it doesn't. Apart from a couple of missile launchers, it doesn't really have range.
I was about to object to cowering, but you've just told me that I didn't need to.
Some Plague Marines there with a hauler, and I put a drone behind because you do have some range. You do.
Some, yeah.
The Hellbrute's here. He's not as big and scary as your Redemptor, but he has got a massive hammer. And I think it's a D6 plus 1 hammer if he actually manages to hit with it, because he hits on 4s with that hammer. There's a unit inside, the Rhino. And the Rhino is currently holding down my home field objective because I'm not going to be there for very long. The idea is to spread out and do the sickness thing and give you some cooties. Should we roll dice? See who goes first?
Let's.
After you, that's a 6.
Winner's head.
And I've rolled a 3, so it's Salamanders, turn 1. The Salamander orders are to engage on all fronts to get in every table quarter, which is going to be really tricky in turn 1, but also defend their stronghold until the end of the Death Guard turn. So in the command phase, we both gain a CP each, and the Salamanders nominate an Oath of Moment target, something they really want to destroy. And they're nominating the Blightlord Terminators. So, at the end of the movement phase, it looks like this. It's almost like your whole army had the Devastator Doctrine.
I love the ability to advance and still do things.
Yeah. Your whole army advanced, apart from the tank. And it can still shoot because everyone's got the Assault Doctrine. And you can do it again and again. We have the Stern Guard. We have the Tactical Squad. We have this tank, which currently is the only one defending the stronghold. You're not engaging on all fronts because you couldn't get that far down.
No.
But you have doubled out this objective here. So even if I kill one of the units that's controlling it, at least you'll get it with the other unit that's controlling it.
Yep.
And we have Stern Guards and Inferno Squads, and there's 20 troops down that side of the battle grid. But we're not interested in that side of the battle grid right now. What we're interested in is how many Blightlord Terminators you can take out from the Oath of Moment target. The Stern Guard are firing in first. They have combi weapons which are one shot, but they're rapid fire, but you're not in rapid fire range. And they hit on 4s.
They hit on 4s with a reroll for Oath of Moment. The 6s, because of the Lieutenant, are lethal hits.
Okay.
I'll reroll these. So 1 miss.
Right.
And then wounding on...
It says anti-infantry 4+.
Yeah, so would be 5s normally or something, but 4+.
Right.
Reroll wound rolls of 1 because of Stern Guard's new rule.
When they target the Oath of Moment target.
So those fail, so you just got 2 armour saves.
2 2-up saves. I'm good. Then the Lieutenant has a Mastercrafted Bolter, which hits on 2s. And they both hit. And it's strength 4, so you need 5s to wound.
5s to wound, but because he's with the Stern Guard, he'll get their rule as well, right?
So there's a wound. And it's -1. And I fail that save. And I think it's 2 damage.
Yeah.
Then there's a Tactical Squad on the right there with their bolt guns. They hit on 3s, re-rolling because of Oath of Moment. And this is strength 4 versus toughness 6. So 5s to wound. No bonuses to this. But there are 4 wounds there, so 4 more 2-up saves. I'm alive.
You're alive.
Moving along the line, we're saving the big nasty tank for now. That's the cherry on the cake. We're coming to Redemptor Dreadnought, firing in. He's got both of the Gatling cannons. He's firing in at the Terminator as well. Here's the Heavy Onslaught Gatling cannon.
So hitting on 3s, re-rolling. Good thing for the re-roll. 5 so far. With the re-roll, more than 5. That's cool.
Strength 6 versus toughness 6. 6s are devastating.
So there are 3 of those.
Brilliant.
And then 3 saves at AP dash to make.
Okay. Yeah, because of cover and things. Here's the saves, which I make, but the 3 wounds go through, so that will kill the first of the Terminators. Then we have the other Onslaught gun, which hit on 3s.
Re-rolling.
That one hit. Re-rolling. This is only strength 5, though.
Yes.
So you need 5s to wound, but
I'm looking for those 6s.
it's still devastating.
3 more 6s and 2 saves AP dash.
2 saves AP dash, which I fail. So the one who was injured is dead, and 3 more.
Another one dies, yeah.
I've got 2 Terminators left. And the Stormbolters.
3s.
Both of them hit.
5s.
Both of them wound.
Oh, AP dash.
I make the saves.
Icarus pod is the last thing on it.
I'm kind of hoping you kill this guy, because if you kill this guy, then your tank can't see the Oath of Moment target. It'll only be him left.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. So, is it D3 shots? Who knows?
Actually, the dude, the Lord of Contagion, is part of that unit, so you still will be able to see him.
So D3 shots for 3.
Maybe I should have put stealth on this unit.
Oh.
You know, all things with hindsight.
Yeah.
That's 2 hits.
Strength 7, 3s.
That is a wound. And unless it's
-1.
-1, well, I've got loads of cover, so I'm good with that save. That's it. That's it for shooting over here. We're coming back to the tank in a minute.
Tonk.
Because we're going to fire over here. There's a couple of shots, some bolters and things.
We'll do the Company Heroes.
Company of Heroes?
Yeah.
Right, in that squad, there's a Mastercrafted Bolt Rifle.
We're firing at the infantry. Yeah, the infantry.
Hasn't it got 2 shots?
Yeah. Hits on.
Well, the one definitely misses.
The one definitely misses.
Hitting on 2s there. Strength 4, toughness 5.
5s to wound, but 6s are devastating.
Doesn't wound. There's also that Mastercrafted Heavy Bolter, which is a 3 damage heavy bolter.
Sustained hits 2 as well.
Okay.
So he hits on 4s normally? 3s normally.
3s. He's the vet things.
He's a vet.
And there's a sustained hits 2.
So those go back in.
4 hits in total. I like it.
And then he was strength to 5.
Yes.
So 4s.
AP -1 3 damage. I'm in a crater, so I'm going to need 3s. When I don't roll any 3s just like that nukes 2 of them. And the captain has a Mastercrafted Bolter as well. He hits on 2s. He hits both of the times. He needs 5s to wound.
He
doesn't
wound.
wound. Okay, so moving along, there's some shots over here that can reach out and touch as well.
Yeah, 5 shots from the stern guard.
Right, into the same squad. These all hit on
4s.
4s. And you have 3 hits. And these wound on 4s, anti-infantry 4+.
Yeah, and they're devastating.
Are they?
Yeah.
So one of them does a wound straight away. The other one...
because anti-infantry 4+ or anti-something procs the critical hit.
Oh.
So it's like the same as when you get chain fists into vehicles and things. It just...
So they're all devastating?
Yes, but they're only 1 damage.
Brilliant. Okay, so I've got 2 Plague Marines left in this squad, and one of them isn't feeling very happy. He's half dead. And then we come back over here to the 2 Terminators and my Lord of Contagion, who are about to get lit up by a big massive tank of doom. Big melter gun, hits on 3s.
So 4 shots hitting on 3s with the reroll.
No hits so far.
Oath of Moment.
And that transfers into every single hit. Strike 12 melter.
Yes.
Strongest melter in the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 3 minus 4, but you get cover, so +1.
Well, 4 up and vulnerable saves if it's -4. I don't get any of them.
So D6 damage a go.
D6 damage a go.
Yeah.
On the
melter,
first,
right?
So that doesn't kill one.
Nope.
That now kills him.
And then there's the other Terminator.
That kills him too.
That kills him too.
It just leaves my Lord of Contagion. That was a big gun on top. On the side sponsoons, we have 2 Volkite Culverins hitting on 3s. Re-rolling. Technically, he is still part of the Oath of Moment target until the end of the phase. Yeah.
Strength is 6, but devastating wounds.
Okay. So there's 2 wounds that he auto takes and a 2-up save. 2 damage each.
Yeah, it's a 2 damage weapon.
Brilliant. He's on 2 wounds remaining. Then we've got the 2 las cannons up there. Las cannons to the face.
Yes.
Both of them hit.
3s. Oh, sorry, 2s because it's 12 now. Yeah.
4 up and vulnerable saves. I failed them both.
2d6 plus 1.
Well, he's got 2 wounds remaining, so he just gets... That's 11 damage to him. And you have sunk my battleship. And that is the end of the shooting phase for the Salamanders. In fact, that's the end of turn 1 because there's no charges coming in. They're started to defend their stronghold and they've worked out my Terminator squad. And yeah, let's find out what the orders are for the Death Guard in turn 1. My orders are similar. I want to defend my stronghold as well. An overwhelming force killer unit that is in range of an objective marker. Okay, so in my movement phase, I've decided to hide behind the Sky Shield landing pad.
Clever man, clever plan.
Yes, and I put 2 units here defending my stronghold. And hopefully none of this stuff will get shot. I actually pulled the Hellbrute back a little bit because Redemptors move a long way and you could end up here and then charge and kill them all. I didn't want to move him up because my charge against your Redemptor is too long, but then your counter charge against me would be perfect and you'd one-shot him. So he's staying there where everyone is staying here, with the exception of this little unit here that do need to take a battle shock test, which I forgot, and they fail their battle shock test, which means we don't control that objective now, but if they're still there next turn, I can't put any strats on them basically.
Same bravery?
No, this
is it going to come up again?
Well, if they're still there in turn 2, and bear in mind there's only 3 wounds there, but if they're still there in turn 2, then I'll re-roll the battle shock test and I might need to pass in turn 2 to score that, because you don't score your primaries in turn 1. So I don't really mind them failing.
Yeah, very good.
As for overwhelming force, kill something in range of an objective, there is a tactical squad there, and this drone, no, I remember, the Hellbrute, I made sure he could see past this little rocky out thing here, and hit that guy there.
You see and literally hit the Deathwatch veteran right in the head.
Yeah, because if I hit a unit with the Hellbrute weaponry, they count as in contagion. So their toughness will drop. And their save will drop for the other stuff, which is going to hit them. So Sultan's spending his EP on Armor of Contempt, and here is a twin autocannon, which hits on 3s, and both of them hit. And the autocannon is strength 9.
Toughest 3 now.
And no, you're not in contagion range yet, but that does wound.
Minus.
Now it is -1, which becomes AP dash because of Armor of Contempt.
And cover?
Well, it can't. Your cover save can't approve above a 3.
Armor of Contempt worsens your... Yeah, you're right. Yeah, sorry. I'm already thinking ahead to the next steps.
Yes.
3-up save. They're good.
They're good.
But now they have a 4-up save.
But yeah, now they are considered... The way it works is that enemy is always considered to be within contagion range of a unit from your army.
Until the end of the phase or turn?
Until the start of my next turn.
Ooh.
They've got -1 toughness, -1 save. But
They
Armour
don't
of
feel
Contempt lasts until the end of...
The phase.
Yes.
Yeah.
So over here, Spurty McSpurtface, this fetid bloat drone will spurt on them. This is 2d6 auto hits. For 3 auto hits.
Command point.
Let's command point the 1 because they're 2 weapons. Yay.
You should always listen to Sam.
Strength 6, but your toughness is down to 3. So this actually wounds on 2.
This is a disaster. My tea went cold.
Your tea went cold. Too busy 40k, my friend.
Yeah.
Right, it's -1, which becomes -2 because of all the nastiness. Back to -1 because of Armour of Contempt. So many
7.
4-up saves. 7 is
1 damage each, right?
Yes. Nurgle's number.
You kill 1.5.
3 wounds come through. Let's go across to the Hauler. The bile spurt from the Hauler hits on 3s and will wound on a 3 and doesn't do anything. Then I've got
Is it a plague weapon? Is that still a thing?
it's got lethal hits, so 6s to hit would have done something. Then a multi-melter. 2 shots with multi-melters. One of them hits, and that'll absolutely kill one. Actually, no, you get a 6-up save because of Armour of Contempt.
Oh, but I would not anymore because I'm
No,
so far
yes, that absolutely kills one.
Pap.
Missile launcher, straight shot, misses.
Well, actually, here's a question, right?
Yes,
This guy who was injured is in cover,
yes.
so his save can't improve to more. This is where rules.
You'll
interact.
get a 6.
He
If you
gets
put
a
it on
6.
that model, you'll get a 6. If you manage to hit
No,
the table,
okay.
no.
Look at the floor.
What?
If it had stayed on the table.
Dude, drop dice don't count.
I know, but imagine.
Last thing left to fire, I had these 2 fellas that got lit up last turn. They shot out a blight launcher and managed to kill one of your Stone Guard veterans here.
Oh,
That is
Gary.
the end of my shooting phase. Now we're going to charge. The Hauler is going to try and charge that unit.
Okay,
Let's see if we manage to charge that unit.
that's
Maybe. I think so. So we end up here. We have a Gnashing Maw, which will hit you on 3s. And at strength 6, I'll wound on 2s because of contagion. And those are -1, which becomes -2. So 3 5-up saves on that unit.
1 damage.
Just 1 wound.
Ooh.
Which is good because I've got an OC of 3 and you've got no... It means you still control that objective. The Salamanders pile in and they can fight back, and Sultan's found a stratagem called Crucible of Battle.
Yes, which means if I'm attacking something within 6 inches and I've not been chosen to shoot or fight, I can either have range weapons +1 to wound or my attacks +1 to wound, and I'm obviously in a fight. So
Well, it's a really tough Hauler. It is toughness 9, so it will help. Sergeant, strike him with a power fist on 3s. And one of them hits. It's not lethal or anything, is it?
No. And it's strength 8, I believe, normally.
Yeah.
But +1 to wound.
So forced to wound instead of 5s.
Yeah.
And it wounds. -2.
2 damage.
I make my invulnerable save, I'm okay. And then the Marines fight back.
4 attacks, hitting on 3s.
And you have 3 hits.
And wounding on...
Instead of 6s, 5s.
Yeah.
There's a wound. Okay. I make that save as well, and that is the end of that combat, and that is the end of turn 1. So, at the end of turn 1, while the Death Guard hold on to their objective and try and defend it, the Salamanders do manage to defend this objective down here, so it's 3 points to 0 at the end of turn 1. And in turn 2, they'll get 10 points on the primaries for being close to those 2 primary objectives, as we go on to Salamanders, turn 2. The Salamanders kept engaged on all fronts, kept that order from last turn, because Sultan figured, well, I could split out into 3 or 4 table quarters this turn. In area denial, he wants to get wholly within range of the centre of the battle grid and make sure there are no enemies within range of the centre of the battle grid, which there aren't right now, so he just needs to get there. At the end of the Salamanders movement phase, the Redemptor Dreadnought is holding down the centre of the battle grid like a boss. That would be 5 points for area denial. However, even with all the mad advancing all over the place, the Salamanders were not able to engage on all fronts. Up this side of the battle grid, they had a good go at it, however. The unit that was engaged in close combat has taken a couple of steps back. The company heroes are moving up to mop up that drone. Here's the Stern Guard. Here's the Infernus squad. But while all this shenanigans was going on, I declared an Overwatch. The unit that fell back from the drone, because there's only 5 wounds in total left in that squad, are going to get lit up by the drone. Who will spurt on them 2d6 times for 12 times.
Ooh.
You are in contagion range, so this does wound on 2s. That one's really cocked. And that is 10 wounds. And that's 10 5-up saves.
Dear, I make 1.
And that is the squad. And Sultan,
Yes.
I kept overwhelming force in my hand. I've achieved overwhelming force. It took me an extra battle round to do it, but I've done it.
You've done it.
After that tactical squad got wiped out by flaming goodness, we're coming over here to the Infernus squad, which mean to pay that drone back.
Yes.
With all their flamer with flaming goodness. And you're spending a CP on something?
Yes, I'm within 6, so I can spend Crucible of Battle to give my flamers +1 to wound.
Okay.
They also have +1 strength because I'm within 12.
Oh, you know one thing that we forgot to do as well?
What's that?
Oath of Moment. What are you oathing up?
Oh, is this the guy?
That guy down here.
Yes.
You're oathing up that guy. Okay. So, flamers.
5d6.
Auto hits. For
So-
that many auto hits. With a +1 to wound, you're wounding them on 4s. The fetid bloat drone.
Oh.
It's AP dash. I need to make a lot of 3s. I don't make a lot of 3s. It's on 6 wounds remaining, and now the company of heroes is lighting up the hauler. What are we starting with?
Excited Captain, Mastercrafted Bolter.
Okay, 2s.
Hitting on 2s.
He hits both of the times.
Wounding on. He gets +1 strength here, so strength 5.
Okay,
Does it change?
toughness 9. It does.
Fi-
It means you're 5s to wound instead of 6s.
So it's 2 wounds.
They're not devastating or anything?
No, it's -2 damage.
Okay, so that's 2 damage. It's on 8 wounds left now. Mastercrafted bolt rifle.
He's a rapid fire 1 at this
Okay.
range, so he hits on 2s with the reroll if he needs it. No,
Doesn't need it.
He has devastating wounds, so
Okay.
strength 5, so 5s to wound.
5s to wound again. 6s are devastating. That is just 1 wound.
-1, 2 damage.
Okay, that's another 2 wounds. It's down to 6 remaining.
And then the Mastercrafted Heavy Bolter hitting on 3s,
Yep,
rerolling.
because of Oath of Moment.
Yes.
It's no longer Oath of Broken. It's just Oath of Moment.
It was never broken with my rolling. Strength 5, strength 6 now, so
Okay,
5s
5s
again.
to wound.
That is devastating. No, disregard. That is just a normal save of -1.
But if I fail to save, it is 3 damage.
Yes.
I failed to save, that's 3 damage. Then there were a couple of bolt pistols that went in as well. Didn't put any more wounds on it. So we're on to Stern Guard.
Yes.
Are you within rapid fire?
I think 1 man is.
1 man is in
One
rapid
extra
fire.
shot.
So this is
5 shots.
5 shots in total.
Yes. Hitting on 4s.
Yes. And they're not oathed.
No.
So that is 2 hits. Anti-infantry, 4+. Devastating wound, 4+. No. So those combi weapons bounce off the smelly hide of the Plague Marines. Everything down in this corner of the battle grid is fired now. However, the Redemptor Dreadnought has got some choice targets. He can fire at the hauler, the drone, or the unit down there with only a couple of wounds remaining. You've got the big Tonk as well. So we're going on to the Kratos because a couple of his guns are out of range.
Yeah.
But the las cannons and Volkites are not out of range.
Yeah. So
And
I
when
can
we
put,
say
I can put the
outrage-
melter gun into that, but
Into
I'm
the
probably
troops.
going to miss. Yeah.
So they're coming into the drone.
Everything else, yeah.
Okay, 2 las cannons,
2 las cannons.
3s to hit. You get,
No hits.
nothing, no hits.
And then we've got the Volkites.
Yes, 8 shots with the Volkites.
Yeah.
I like Volkites in Horus Heresy, and I like them in this game as well.
Yeah, I like them too.
3s to hit.
3s to hit.
Nice. Now you need 5s to wound, though. You're not shooting at infantry with these things, and those are 2 wounds.
AP dash.
AP dash, 3-up saves, and make them both. There's a HK coming into the drone as well. 1 shot, and it misses.
It misses.
They always miss. So the big melter gun of Doom, is it going into the infantry?
Yeah, there's also a multi-melter in range.
Okay,
yeah.
here's the big melter of Doom. And it hits all the times. It's
My
strength
enemy
12.
does. Yeah.
It wounds all the times.
-4, but +1 because you're in a crater.
6s coming up.
Oh.
I make 3 6s, so
wound.
that'll kill the one on 1 wound. Multi-melter's rating its range now. Multi-melter not in range of the champion, but the autocannon is.
Yes.
There's more guns.
I forgot I had it, so
Yes.
it would have, to be honest, yes, he's still alive, it's annoying, it would have gone into the drone, because it's another long-range gun.
It's coaxial.
Yeah,
Okay, so we're hitting the drone.
on 3s.
Right. It
There we
hits
go.
both of the times.
Strength 9,
Toughness 9.
4s. 1 wound. -1, 3 damage.
-1, +1 because of cover. I'm okay. So we are onto the Redemptor, and you're splitting the fire all over the place. What's happening?
So we're putting the little Onslaught Gatling Cannon and the Storm Bolters into our friend over here. The
Okay.
Icarus Pod is designed to be anti-fly, and the big gun into the drone.
Right. So what we start
This is
with.
the baby buzz gun.
Baby gun trying to kill the champion, the Plague Marines champion.
Hits a lot.
That's a lot of hits, yeah. Strength 5, toughness 5 though.
4s. 1 devastating.
Okay.
And then one wound.
-1, which is
It's
a
not
+1.
-1, it's AP dash.
Isn't it? He's dead. Now the heavy onslaught Gatling cannon firing at the drone. We have lots of shots.
Yeah, 12.
3s to hit.
3s to hit.
Oath of moment target? No, that was the oath of moment target.
For the combat bit, yeah.
Okay, 5s to wound, but 6s is devastating.
There's one devastating and 1 wound. If you dash.
I'm okay. I just take wound.
Icarus pod. D3 shots for 3.
Right.
Hitting on 3s.
Yes.
Wounding on 2s.
Anti-fly 2+. Yeah. They wound.
-1.
No cover. I failed twice.
2 damage each.
2 damage each. It's down to 1 wound. Look at that. That was very painful.
I'm going to have to charge it.
And I think that's the end of your shooting phase.
Yeah.
So we have some charges coming up. The Company of Heroes
is
going to try and charge this hauler down here. And I can't overwatch because I've already overwatched this turn. And that's a 12.
Yeah.
They definitely get in there. And does one of these squads want to charge a fetid bloat drone on 1 wound remaining?
Yeah, the Stern Guard I will.
Okay.
Because they're the veterans, they're the heroes.
Okay, they're in. 2 demon engines are engaged by the Salamanders. The company champion raises his what now?
Mastercrafted power weapon.
That thing.
Yes.
And tries to hit
on
the
2s.
Mephitic Blight Hauler. And he hits every single time. What's the strength of this weapon?
5.
Strength 5, toughness 9.
So 6. 5.
5s to wound, 5s to wound.
3. -2, 2 damage.
Okay. So 5 up saves.
Yeah.
I need to make 2 5s to keep him alive. I don't make any 5s. He's dead. Deadly demise. And he doesn't blow up. Then we're coming across to the Stern Guard attacking the bloat drone. And as they're veterans, they have 4 attacks each with their close combat weapons. And they're going to be hitting on 3s. But the tricky part is the wounding on 6s. It is a tough old drone.
Just
and
1.
there is 1 wound. I have 1 wound remaining. Can I make a 3?
Yes.
I can't make a 3. So I'm going to command point it. Because, why not?
Why not?
It's alive. Plague Probe be back again. On 3s, only once. Strength 6. That's a wound. -1 becomes -2 because of contagion stuff. You make the save. That is the end of the assault phase. The Stern Guard tried to finish it off, but in the end, it's still buzzing around there. You know what? If I fall back out of that combat, you're going to overwatch me with all of these Infernus guns here, hitting me 5d6 auto time. So I think I'm probably staying in close combat.
Fair.
But at the end of that turn, you do get another 5 points for area denial, holding the centre there. I am going to get 3 points for defending my stronghold.
I actually did score engage on all fronts with the charge.
Oh, yeah.
3
quarters.
Charge. Yeah. I was lucky. I planned that. I was on purpose.
Another 3 points for engaging on all fronts. And I'm only going to pick up 5 points on the primary because I've only got this objective down here. But I do want to spring around in turn 2 and try and do something about that Dreadnought as we move on to Death Guard, turn 2. Adding up all the points, it's 21 points to 11 in favour of the Salamanders, 10 points ahead. And I want to cleanse objectives, which feels very un-Death Guard-y. So I'm going to line through that and say splurge. We're going to splurge on objectives instead. And no prisoners. Just kill stuff. Right, okay. I've decided to come out from hiding behind the Sky Shield landing pad, Sultan.
Okay.
We got a drone, which is going to splurt on... This is a tactical squad?
That's the Stern Guard.
That's the Stern Guard squad. We're going to splurt on them, and we're going to shoot them with multi-melters and missile launchers, and with the unit that's holding onto that objective there. Hopefully do some damage down this side and maybe think about charging them to try and take that objective off of you. Of course, the drone over here didn't move because then you just overwatch the crap out of me. Round in the middle, there is a unit inside that Rhino. I thought about getting them out and adding some firepower to start doing some firepowering things, but I figure if I get them out in the middle there, in front of the Redemptor and in front of your tank and in front of your entire army, they wouldn't be long for this world. So I decided to keep them inside the Rhino.
Understandable.
However, the driver from the Rhino has disembarked and has started splurging on that objective. Cleanse. So that will get me some extra points. Apart from that, I've just got to try and kill stuff. So let's try to start killing stuff.
Yeah.
By this drone auto-hitting the unit that's in engagement range of it with its guns.
Okay.
2d6 times. Last time I got 12 for this. This time, I got 12 again!
Oh dear.
2's to wound. That is 9 wounds. 9 5-up saves. Each doing 1 damage.
1, 2, 3, and there's just the sergeant left on 1 wound.
Ooh, that was pretty good splurging, Tex. So now we're going to splurge with drone number 2. No, we're not. We're going to shoot the Mephitic Blight Hauler first at them because he's got less shots and you might take away so I can't see them anymore.
I don't plan that far ahead.
So here is Multi-Melter. Both of them hit. Wounding on 2s. Only 1 wound. You do get a 6-up save because there's lots of blocking large things here. New. And that does 1 damage, that multi-melter. Then the missile launcher misses. Okay, because one's on 1 wound, we'll come across to the Plague Marine squad first. And I'll shoot my Plague Bolters into the same Stern Guard squad. And these hit on 3s. 6s are lethal. No lethals there. They will wound on 3s because you are in contagion range. It is about round 2, so it's now 6 inches. So these wound on 3s. And they are -1 to your armor save because of contagions.
Fine.
You're okay. How about a blight launcher to the face? That's lethal. That hits and wounds. This will be a 5-up save.
No.
And that kills 1. And then I shall overcook the plasma gun. It's not that I want to. It's just that it's very, very old. And it hits. And it doesn't wound. And then if I roll a 1... it would have blown up in my face, and it doesn't blow up in my face. So far...
just dust comes out.
Just dust, yeah, just... So the 2 Plague Spitters on the drone are going in, and this time I roll a...
That's 3 12s in a row, Winters.
A 12, I rolled a 12. Brilliant. 2s to wound. That's 10 wounds there. 10 5-up saves as you're within contagion range, and the acid and filth corrodes them and rots them on the inside.
You kill 3.
The sergeant and lieutenant are left alive. That's it for the shooting phase, except for my Hellbrute over here. Do I bother firing at the Redemptor Dreadnought? Nah, let's fire at these Flamey Infernus dudes over here instead, because I'm going to charge the Redemptor Dreadnought. Hitting the Flamer Infernus dudes on 3s, and it is twin-linked, and it is strength 9.
Twin-linked is for wounding.
Is it?
Yeah. Okay,
so that was 1 hit and a wound. -1 but +1. You're okay. You rolled ahead. We're good. That is the end of my shooting phase. Did I kill anything? I did kill...
You hurt a Stern Guard squad.
I hurt 2 Stern Guard squads. This squad here and that squad there.
The veterans.
Nice. So we're going to charge now. So that little Hellbrute fancies its chances against its big brother there.
I'm going to squish its big eyeball.
No, we're going to charge in. We're going to charge in, and that's 11-inch charge. You make the charge. Clump, we get like that. You've only got 1 CP. I've only got 1 CP, so no interrupting. Drone here will try and go in to the lieutenant and the last remaining Stern Guard next to the fortification, and that's a 10. They go flying in as well. Awesome. So let's start there. The drone has 3 attacks with a plague probe, and it hits you once and doesn't wound. Before we go into the dread and stuff, you can fight back here while the camera's here. Stern Guard's got 4 attacks, and then you've got your master crafted.
I'll find out what the lieutenant does in a second.
3s to hit.
I get lethal hits.
Well, that's a lethal hit.
Yeah. There you go.
I failed to save. So the drone buzzed over there and you just stuck it in the face. There, the lieutenant with his master crafted power weapon.
2s.
He hits 4 times.
And then strength 5, so...
5s to wound. And he wounds once. And I failed that save. And I did no wounds to that squad in close combat, and he took 3 wounds off of me. The drone's down to 7 wounds remaining, and remember when they used to have thunder hammers?
And that meant something.
Now
it used to be 3 damage.
Now it's just some flashy weapon that he's carrying around all over the place. So now we come on to the main event.
Yes.
Which is Hellbrute versus Redemptor Dreadnought, and I'm spending a CP on Tank Shock. Strength of a Hellbrute hammer is 14.
Ooh.
So you get 14 dice, Sultan. Because it's higher than your toughness, 16 dice.
Okay.
5s and 6s do more wounds.
Ooh.
And this caps out at 6.
Okay.
So I could potentially do 6 mortal wounds on the charge as he swings that. He goes, "Hi, Yunkin!" and swings the hammer in.
I think he just headbutts him with his horns.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
6.
Wow. Wow. 1 minute. He's also got enraged impact. Look, enraged impact. Impact hit on the charge if I roll a 2 up. I roll a 2 up. That's another D3 mortal wounds because he's enraged. That's another 1 mortal wound. The Redemptor's down to 5 wounds remaining, and I've got 5 attacks with the Hellbrute hammer, but it's a hammer I hit on 4s.
Mm.
So I need to get good with this. And he hits 3 times. Strength 14.
Tough.
I'm knocking scenery down all over the place.
Oh, no.
Strength 14. I win on 3s. I win twice. Now, it's -3, but that becomes -4 because of contagion range.
So I get a 6-up save.
You get a 6-up save.
I make one, fail one.
Okay, how many wounds has he got left?
5.
This is D6 plus 1 damage.
It's now just D6.
Why?
Duty Eternal.
Duty Eternal, he reduces all damage by 1.
If you still roll like for 6, though.
So what you're saying is there's a 1/3 chance.
You've rolled 2, 4, 6 6s in a row for flamers.
I feel like I'm out of my 5s and 6s. I feel like
I don't think you are.
I think I've spent them all. So 5 and he's dead. That's a 5
No, it's -1.
plus 1. Yeah, that becomes a 6. D6 plus 1. That's 6 damage, which becomes
But then
5
I
damage.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because he's got
Okay.
5 wounds remaining. And that's
Yeah.
6. He's dead. He's dead. I one-shotted him, and he doesn't blow up. And the Hellbrute, the little Hellbrute that could, takes out that Redemptor Dreadnought. Finally, we come back to the Stone Guard Sergeant, trying to strip the last wound off the drone, and he hits twice, and he needs 6s. And he doesn't wound, and I probe you back again once. It does wound, and you fail the save, and that Stone Guard Sergeant somehow gets taken out, and there's a way back into this for the Death Guard. I killed a lot of units that turn for no prisoners, and I've splurged or contested this thing. Cleansed, not cleansed, splurged. Let's add up some points. Right, we added some points. It's 18 to 21.
Yes.
3 points behind. At the start of turn 3, you're going to get 5, 10 points for holding on to those 2 objectives. And if you pass a battleship test down there with a fated blow drone, you'll get another 5.
They pass.
There's a lieutenant there. So you do get the maximum.
He's still just leadership 6.
Yeah, you get the maximum of 15 points for holding on to 3 primary objectives. The Hellbrute did club aside that big Redemptor Dreadnought, but look what he's staring at. He's staring at a Kratos, a massive tank, looking straight down the barrel at it as we go into Salamanders, turn 3. Here are the orders for the Salamanders, no prisoners. They want to wipe out stuff as well and extend battle lines, control their home objective and one in no man's land, which they're already doing for 5 more points. Okay, here we are at the end of the Salamanders movement phase. This is not a tactical squad. You know the 15 points on the primaries. You've got an OC of 2 right now. I've got an OC of 3, so you didn't score that one.
No.
But you did some falling back and things, ready to light it up next turn. And Oath of Moment is the Hellbrute. The Hellbrute must die.
Yes.
And then talking about moving and stuff, I didn't overwatch over here because I was waiting to overwatch with this hero drone over here one more time, and you didn't move anything.
No, because I didn't want to be overwatched again.
You stayed still.
Because I don't know if you would have rolled a 12 a fourth time in a row, so I just didn't want to risk it.
I was looking forward to rolling 12s in a row here. So, yeah, staying still here to burn this one. You are extending battle lines because you control that one, and now you just need to kill stuff.
Yes.
Like a fetid bloat drone on 1 wound remaining. So you're going to Infernus the crap out of it?
I'm going to do these guys again, because he's standing still this time, so he'll hit on 3s or something.
Okay.
2s.
Okay, but the Infernus, the only thing they can hit is the drone.
Same as these.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Heavy bolter.
Heavy bolter hitting on 2s.
Right.
Sustained hits 2.
Wow. Wow.
Wow,
That's a lot of shots.
It's almost like old school heavy bolters.
5's to wound though.
I'm inside 12, so 6, strength 6, toughness 9, so yeah, 5 still.
That is a wound.
-1, 3.
So save or death? That's death. Does it deadly demise? It does not deadly demise. You wipe out the drone, and that is the first 2 points for no prisoners. Then we come down here to this drone, which is going to get hit. This tactical squad are firing in.
Mm-hmm.
There's a melter gun there, strength 9 versus toughness 9.
Yeah, he has to hit first, though.
But it's strength 10 right now.
Yeah.
Because you're within 12.
Yeah.
Okay. Got a hit.
It
hits. So wounds on a 3.
Yeah, Melt was winning on a 3.
It wounds. It's like the old days.
-4.
Do you remember when melters used to do something?
Yeah. Do you get a save?
The guy's a demon engine. He's got a 5 up and vulnerable save. As he's buzzing around all over the place. He's loving. He's a bit of warp dust floating off of him and things.
There we go.
See, it made him a save. After that melter got deflected from the force field round the drone, we did all the anti-infantry fire and no more wounds on the drone. So now the last thing left to fire is the Kratos. What are you pumping all the rounds into?
So we've got the Volkite Culverins and the auto cannon going into our drone over here.
Okay.
And then we've got the Melter Blast cannon, the multi-melter, the 2 las cannons going into him.
All the big guns.
Yes.
And you're re-rolling all hits into him.
Yes.
You know, he's been a hero. He took out that Redemptor Dreadnought, so I'm going to spend a CP on him on Cloud of Flies, which means he's -1 to hit, even though you're re-rolling everything anyway. But it might keep him alive because, you know, heroes. He doesn't get cover from the barricade either because barricades only give infantry cover.
Plus you're within 12, so everything's +1 strength.
Brilliant.
Not that it changes much.
What are we doing first?
I do need to quickly measure up
dice
drone.
there.
I'm doing, you're within 12 over here too. So we're doing the Volkite into him.
Into drone.
So this will be strength 7 now.
Right.
So 3s.
Okay. And then 5s to wound.
5s, but 6s are devastating. That's 2 devastating, and then...
And 4 saves.
4 saves at AP dash.
Alright then. I make the saves, but I do take 2 wounds. It's down to 5 left. Here's the autocannon.
2 shots.
Yes.
Strength 10 now.
Right, so 3's to wound.
-1, 3 damage.
See, that worked.
It did work.
3 damage each.
Yes.
-1 each.
Yes.
That's a dead drone.
Yay.
The autocannon took it out, and it doesn't blow up.
I like autocannons.
Drone number 2. They're good now, aren't they?
Yeah.
So we're on to the Hellbrute. What are we
Yes.
firing?
The big gun.
Okay.
On 3...
4s.
4s.
Cloud of Flies.
Re-rolling.
Re-rolling. Okay, that's 3 hits.
Strength 13.
Toughness 8.
So 3s.
2 wounds.
2 wounds at -4.
I think it normally has a 2-up save. Let me check. Yes, it does. So I can save this on 6s. I save it on 1/6. How much damage is that big gonna do?
D6 +2 at this range. For 4.
4 damage. It's got 8 wounds. It's down to 4 remaining.
I'm gonna command point
You've got
that.
las cannons and things.
Oh, yeah, true. I've got las cannons and things. All right, I'm listening
Command
to you.
point the las cannons.
I'll do the multi-melter
Never.
first.
Never listen to me. I will lead you astray. Multi-melter.
Hits once, re-rolls. Hits once.
Okay.
Strength 10 at this range.
Toughness 9.
Doesn't wound.
Okay.
And then we've got the las cannons.
Both of them hit. Strength 12. 13.
Strength 13.
Both of them wound. What's the AP of a
-3.
las cannon these days? -3.
D6 +1.
So I need to make 2 5s is what you're saying.
Yes.
I got this.
Yes.
I got this once. So D6 +1 damage, 4 wounds to get through, and that is a dead Hellbrute. See, didn't need to use the CP, and it doesn't deadly demise, it's just gone. And at the end of that turn, you've slaughtered 3 Death Guard units, both of the drones, and you've extended battle lines, and all that remains of my army is the unit inside this Rhino here, the crawl around here, and 5 Plague Marines. This turn, however, I will pick up 5 and 10 points on the primaries to get some of those precious, precious points as we go on to Death Guard, turn 3. So it's 28 points to the Death Guard and 41 points to the Salamanders. The Space Marines are 13 points in the lead, and I need to extend my battle lines and engage on all fronts. So after my movement phase, I'm extending battle lines by holding on to this one and this one over here, and the unit got out and then the Rhino advanced because it can act normally so long as the unit disembarks beforehand, and I rolled a fat 6. So I'm engaging.
You're full of them today, aren't you?
Yeah, well, except when I need to on my saves. But that is extend battle lines for 3 points because I'm in 3 table quarters, and the plan over here, I think, is because that's got an OC of 3. So I want to charge that unit, not kill it with shots, and then I'll OC you off of it. So shoot at the tactical marines behind. So we're going to start there with the plague marines down here. Let's fire the plague bolters in on 3s. That one's lethal. You are in contagion range, so it is 3s to wound. Your armor contempting it up. So that does reduce your armor save by 1.
Yes. So 4s against the bolt guns.
Right.
Isn't it cover?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are partially obscured by that enclosed thing.
Then.
Okay.
3 up save
3s.
then. It helps him.
Right. The blight launcher comes in, hits once and lethal once, and wounds twice. So this does become a 3-up save because of cover
so
and
got
armor
2 in
contempt
that
and
there,
things.
so 3 ups.
It
Kill
is
2.
2 damage though. Let's overcook a plasma and miss. Does it blow up in my face? No, it doesn't.
Just more dust.
I killed 2 though, so let's put a multi-melter into them point blank range.
You know salamanders make all melter damage 1?
Do they?
That's not true.
It would be awesome if they did, because the multi-melter, I want to...
Narratively...
It hit them, and they were like, fire? I was born of this. Name that movie.
Yeah.
Missile launcher. It hits.
Darth Vader Strikes Back.
Wounds. It's Hellblazer. And you don't make this... No, missile launcher is -1, isn't it?
And then I have my save.
I think you're okay.
Oh, yeah,
no,
yeah.
but it does put your save down to because of the -2 now, because then that will kill you.
Well, it would be... No, so here's how it is. My save is worsened. So my save on my stat line is now 4. And this is AP -1.
Yeah.
But I reduce AP by 1. So a 4 is fine. It's -2. I'm dead.
Damn it, your math was so... D6 damage. Yeah, you're dead.
Okay.
I liked your thinking.
Yeah.
I thought it was -1 for some reason. Okay, I wiped out 3 in that squad. We're coming across here. This unit of Plague Marines is going to fire at the Infernus dudes over here.
Yes.
Let's do it one more time. You are in cover, though.
Yes.
So, Plague and Bolt Guns.
Got a save here.
Those auto wound because they're lethal and very smelly. And you're not in contagion range. So just 2 wounds, 2 threat saves.
I'm good.
And you make them both. The Blight Launchers. That's a lethal, -1 but +1.
I'm not good.
That kills 1. And let's overcook a plasma one more time. And miss. Does it blow up? No. Just more dust
We're not having much luck.
spurting out at the end. So in the shooting phase, I killed an Infernus and 3 in the tactical squads. And now this crawler wants to charge, so I stop you scoring that objective, basically. He's not going to do much damage in close combat, but this is for points. And that's an 8-inch charge. We make the charge. We slash out 4 times with his gnashing maw. And that one's lethal. And these other ones wound on not that. So 1 wound, 1 5-up save. And you make the save. I do no damage. And the lieutenant and the stern guard can fight back.
Stern guard. Hits twice.
Hits twice. 6 to wound. Doesn't wound. And then the lieutenant with his not Thunderhammer.
So there is an enhancement that I couldn't afford, which gives him +3 strength to his power weapon. So that's what this guy will be getting in future, because that makes it a Thunderhammer.
That's so cool.
Yeah, Salamanders. Artificer. 2s.
Well, he hits 4 times.
And then
5s.
5s, yeah.
He
2
wounds twice.
-2.
Okay, so 2 5-up saves. And I make them both, and we're locked up, but at least I stop you scoring that objective there, and I have extended my battle lines. And I have also got engage on all fronts, and when we go on to Salamanders turn 4, they're only going to pick up 5-10 points on their primaries over there. Going to need to do a battle shock test on this unit.
And
the other unit.
Yeah. So this is the tacticals. They're fine.
And the stern guard.
This is the stern guard. He's also fine.
Are fine.
Yeah.
So let's find out what the orders are for Salamanders in turn 4. After adding on the primaries for the Salamanders, they're on 51 points. I'm on 36. And they want to get behind enemy lines. That's going to be tricky, because getting all the way to my deployment zone without transports, tricky. And secure no man's land. Take any 2 objectives in no man's land. Here we are after the Salamanders movement phase. They're not behind enemy lines, and they're trying to get secured no man's land. You're going to need to... You've got that one. You're going to either need to take this one off of me, or this one off of me. And the lieutenant and the stern guard guys backed away.
I do have it, because these are 2-2.
Are they within 3?
Yes.
They are. Okay, brilliant. So you do have it.
Yeah.
And you made that the Oath of Moment target anyway. I like it. So the big tank is going to nuke it, and that should be secure no man's land.
Yeah.
And then you're spending some CPs. What are you spending on?
So we're within 6 of the Rhino.
Yes.
I think at this point in the game it's just fun to try a few things. So the +1 to wound within 6 inches with weapons is what's going to happen here. So the heavy bolter will be +1 to wound against that.
Nice.
So if he rolls hot again, could be pretty cool.
You could blow it up, yeah.
Yeah, and they stood still, so that's all fun. These guys advanced, and I'm spending 2 CP on immolation protocols to give the flamers, or torrent weapons, devastating wounds.
Devastating wounds.
And currently,
2 CP.
Yeah, there's no max on it.
That's gonna sting.
If I roll well, yeah. I could roll 4 1.
Shall we roll 4d6? And
yes.
Watch you roll 4 1s then.
Here we go.
Please roll 4 1s.
4 1s.
That's not 4 1s.
There's a 1.
There is 1 1. So strength goes up.
Yeah.
Because of the detachment things. So you're winning on 3s.
Yeah.
6s are devastating.
There's a 6.
There's a 6.
I've been waiting all game to do this.
3-up saves on the rest. You put 3 wounds on the unit. That seems underwhelming for 2 CP. On to the company of heroes.
Yeah.
Trying to take down my Rhino.
Nice.
I'm going to spend a CP on smokescreen. Why not? I've got some CP sat there, and I've only got a couple of units left, and I know it's an empty rhino, but why not?
Why not? Okay. So we're going to hit on 2s with the bolter because we stood still.
Okay, but 3s because of smokescreen. But sustained hits.
Yeah.
+1 to wound.
+1 to wound.
So
strength 5.
So
strength
4s to wound.
6. +1 to wound.
Yeah. 4s.
Ooh.
You wound every single time.
-1, 3 damage.
What does that 6 do? Anything special?
No, no.
-1, but +1 because of smokescreen. So 3s. I take 3 wounds. Mastercrafted bolt rifle, 3s to hit because
2s
of
back to 3s. Yeah. Hits.
Hits.
That is nothing. Oh, sorry. He has a 3rd shot.
Brilliant.
At this range, that misses.
Okay, 4s to wound because of the +1 to wound thing.
Yep.
That's wound. I need a 5 or something. No, I get +1 to my armor save,
yeah.
so I'm okay because of smokescreen. Interesting. What else we got?
Normal bolter.
1 hit. This will be a 6, which is a 5. That's a wound, and that's a failed save.
Just 1 damage.
That's another wound. It's on 6 wounds remaining.
Bolt pistol.
Hits. Doesn't wound.
And then the captain's gun hits -1.
Yeah. And does wound. And this is mastercrafted as
Master
well.
-2 damage.
And I make that save. So the rhino's still on 6 wounds remaining. You could charge it. I don't know if that'll pull you off the objective. Probably not. So we're going to come down to this side of the battle grid.
Yes.
Where the big nasty tank of doom is going to try and kill my crawler. And it was at this point I realised I should have probably spent smokescreen on the crawler.
Oh.
Melter gun from the tactical marine first, though.
On 3s. Oath of Moment.
That's a hit.
Hits.
Wounds on a 3. Doesn't wound.
Doesn't wound. And then the bolt gun. Oath of Moment. 6.
6s, yeah.
5 now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a wound. And that's a save.
Master crafted thingy bob hitting on 2s. That lethal hits. Wounds on a strength 5 at this range, so not that.
Okay.
It's just that.
That's a lethal hit.
-2 damage.
Oh, takes 2 wounds.
And then the combi misses.
Oath.
Hits twice, that's a lethal. Wounds on a
6.
strength 5, so
4, 5 wounds on a... That's a wound.
just 1.
That's a failed save.
Just 1 damage.
So the hauler's on 6 left. Now we're on to the Kratos. What are we doing with the Kratos?
The turret weapons, this is the easy way to do it. Melter, autocannon going this way, everything else going that way.
Into the Rhino?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay.
So this is the top melter hitting on 3s.
Yes.
Re-rolling.
For Oath of Moment. And you need...
Strength 13 at this range.
Toughness 9. Still 3s to wound.
2
wounds.
-4.
2 5-up and vulnerable saves. I'm a demon.
Demon.
Doesn't help me.
2d6 plus 2. For 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 damage. It's on 6 left. It's dead and doesn't blow up. We've had a distinct lack of explosions in this game. Then we fired the remaining guns from the Kratos into the Rhino, getting it down to 2 wounds remaining. That's the end of the shooting phase. The company of heroes want to charge the Rhino.
Wah!
And they charge. Captain makes the charge, and Crucible of Battle being spent one more time for +1 to wound. And once per battle he gets Finest Hour for an extra 3 attacks. And he's going to smack that Rhino on 2s.
So 9 attacks on 2s.
Nice. He hits 7 times. And with his +1 to wound, he's going to wound on 4s.
4s with devastating, but they don't come up.
And that is 3 wounds. His sword is -2 damage, so I need 5s. No, and he puts 4 wounds through the Rhino and cleaves it in twain before anyone else in the company of heroes gets to fight. And surely, if there is a time for a Rhino to blow up, it is now. It's just been cut in half. We've had no explosions. It's so disappointing.
Explosions. It's just really goopy inside.
Yeah, just spludge.
Yeah.
So, at the end of turn 4, the Salamanders have secured no man's land and get an additional 5 points. The Death Guard are going to pick up 10 points on the primary as we go to Death Guard, turn 4. I'm on 46 points to the Salamanders, 56. Just 10 points behind now, and I want to assassinate something, kill a character, and bring it down, take out that Kratos. Let's face it, that isn't going to happen. But kill something, kill a character, I'll definitely try and do that. Then I came back to the battle grid and realised I've only got 2 units left. So this unit stayed very, very quiet because if I moved, you'd overwatch me. So I'm going to shoot you, charge you, do that sort of stuff. That's what they're doing.
Fair.
Over here, I'm breaking cover from my home field objective because I want to shoot, kill your character over here, assassinate that lieutenant there. And if I somehow make this charge, then I'll be on another objective anyway. And yeah, so let's try and do that. That's the plan. So this objective below this installation here has turned out to be critical. Let's start the shooting phase by firing everything into the lieutenant's unit. Here is the blight launcher. Are you doing armor contempt again?
I am, because it's the only thing keeping me alive.
Blight launcher. Both of them hit. 2's to wound now. That is a wound. -2 becomes -1. So
a 4-up save.
You need
would have been a 6. Now it's now a 5.
It was a -1 becomes -2 back to -1. So you need a 4. I did all the math for you. You need a 4.
But I have a 4-up save to begin with.
No. Oh yeah. No. Yeah. Well. No. Listen.
So you keep saying it becomes -2. That's not what it is. It's my save is worse.
Your save is worse.
So if you just don't think about this minuses at all. You just go. Sam starts with a save, or Sultan starts with a save of 4. It's a -1 AP.
Exactly. I've been saying it all wrong.
You're confusing yourself.
Well, I'm confusing everyone, it would seem, even the person in the room with me.
So it's a 5-up save at -1.
But becomes a 4-up save because of your armor of contempt.
There we go.
That's what I said, a 4-up.
I know, but it's just the wording of.
Okay.
I'm fine.
You're alive.
I rolled a 6. There's one number we didn't mention.
Overcooked plasma.
Oh my God,
hits you both of the times. Will wound on 2s. Right, that's -3, which becomes -2, but your save is worse.
So I'm 6-up save.
Yes.
No.
Kill one. Does the plasma blow up in his face? No, it doesn't. We haven't had any explosions. We haven't had any plasma blowing up in faces. The weapons are far too reliable. I mean, they're 10,000 years old. They should be blown up by now. Plague bolt guns.
1 lethal.
4 of them hit. 1 of them's lethal. All of these wound. So your 3-ups become 4-ups. 4 times on your lieutenant.
Well, it'd be 2-ups become 3-ups, right? I believe I'll have to check.
Either he takes a wound or he doesn't. Here's a 3-up. I wounded him. He takes a wound. He's down to 3 remaining. Okay, let's shoot with unit number 2. Everything into Inferno Squad. Let's overcook a plasma one more time because we like doing that. And we hit both of the times.
Yay.
We wound both of the times. 2, 6.
-3, so I just don't get anything.
You don't get a save, man.
Just kill 2.
That just kills 2. That's a glorious thing. Blight launchers. Hits both of the times. Wounds both of the times again.
5-up saves.
Yeah.
They're dead.
Did that? What?
It's the only time you've really been close enough to take advantage of the -1 save thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Does this plasma blow up? No. Damn it. Stop showing some smiling faces. Okay. That worked. That's my shooting phase done. I killed the unit. Now I'm going to charge with these Plague Marines over here. I've got a CP over there just in case this goes horribly wrong. That's gone horribly wrong. Let's CP re-roll that.
Might have gone horribly wrong again.
That's horribly wrong again. I failed the charge. I don't assassinate. I don't bring it down. It's 46 points to 56. Plus you're going to get 5, 10, 15 on the primaries as we go to Salamanders turn 5.
Don't worry, buddy. I'll come to you.
Brilliant. The Salamanders want to investigate signals in the corner of the battle grid. That isn't going to happen. But storm a hostile objective, that probably will. In the movement phase, the Lieutenant and the last 2 tactical Marines come down to the Plague Marine squad. And the Kratos is looking at them. And they're the Oath of Moment target. And then over here is the Captain and the Company of Heroes. Then at the end of the shooting phase, that unit of Plague Marines are utterly wiped out, destroyed by the Kratos. Over here you killed 1 of the remaining Plague Marines and now the Company of Heroes charges. And those 3 lonely Plague Marines could not withstand such reckless hate. That Captain and the Company slaughter through them, wiping out the last of the stink. Every single one of the Death Guard have been removed. And this is the way the world ends. Then we racked up some points to find out what the final tally would be. It's 81 points to the Salamanders to only 46 points to the Death Guard. The Salamanders managed to run them off the battle grid and a glorious victory for the boys in green. I like playing these little 1,000-point missions because they go a lot quicker. They seem a lot more brutal because you've got less on the table. So as soon as you lose something, it's like, oh my God.
First turn's much stronger.
First turn's
a game, yeah.
Yeah. I should have hidden everything I could behind the Sky Shield landing pad, I think. Or maybe I could have committed to one flank or the other rather than try and spread out across both of them. But in the end, a glorious victory. Lovely to see the Kratos on the table. Lovely to see the boys in green. And if you want to see more of the boys in green and many other colours, then check out Sultan Plays on YouTube. Sultan Plays YouTube. What do you think of the new Space Marines and the new Oath and things?
I think Oath's a lot friendlier, which is nice.
It felt friendlier.
And it also didn't seem to pop, maybe it's because it's a small game, it didn't seem to pop up as much. I think that was just due to it being a small game. The whole army wasn't using it all the time. But yeah, not re-rolling wounds is probably better for friendly games like this.
What's the name of the Salamanders detachment, which is not Salamanders
Firestorm
detachment that anyone can take? Because even like Space Wolves could take it technically. With Dark Angels, anyone can take that. But
yeah, Firestorm.
What do we think?
I think it's fun. I always like being able to advance and still do stuff. So White Scars advance and charge. These guys advance and shoot. Didn't quite realise it's all to do with advancing, and that's apparently what I like to do. So that's why I like Drakari.
You do like movement.
I do. Best part of the game. I think it's fun. I would definitely like to try it with more models on the table.
Yes.
Particularly like the new unit of these guys. I don't know how much use they've been like a larger game, but I just think they're so cool. I love the idea. Yeah,
I don't think the Company Heroes is one of those killer must-have. You got to take this, max out the meta stuff.
They're just cool,
but they are cool.
Yeah,
they are absolutely cool.
Exactly that, and I love that the captain brings his buddies along wherever he goes. That kind of deal.
Yeah.
So yeah, the -1 to wound thing didn't really come up, but I presume that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Honestly, the only thing I really miss from this specific list and playing this is melters when they were good, which the Salamanders are really trying to fix by having that +1 damage, +1 to strength.
Right.
And I miss combi weapons.
Did you miss not playing the Gladius Task Force?
No.
No?
No. It's fun to have that flexibility, but that always, to me, felt very Ultramarines.
Yeah.
Being able to flip between codex doctrines.
And you've got a chapter for that as well. You can play your Void Walkers.
Play my Void Walkers and do that.
Okay. Yeah. Brilliant. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what other terrible lists you bring down and different combinations. Terrible lists to rampage across the battlefields of the 41st millennium.
There will be more tactical Marines.
Slay my Necrons, slay my Tyranids, slay lots of other things. Be good to see what you come up with next, but we do hope you enjoyed that battle report. Happy wargaming.